Hello there, here for our math quick quiz. We're doing 6.7 math quick quiz today. So I'm just going to open it up just to show you. And for the quick quiz today, so it's going to be similar. It'll be the same kind of very similar multi-step kind of problems. And we're just using these just to get everybody kind of used to these kinds of problems. We're going to be doing one today, and we're going to be doing another one that's similar tomorrow too. It's just to get used to these kinds of problems. And this is really going to get you ready for the test, because these are going to be a lot of the same kind of questions. But number one says here, I'm going to train for a running race for 2 weeks and 6 days. Which equation can be used to find the number of days I'll be training for my running race? And explain how you know. Been doing really well explaining it, and it just kind of explaining your reasoning, which is really, really important. And I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this one, except for just showing you kind of the data table. This is one of the best ways for me when I think about this. I really like data tables like this, so we know that when you have 1 week, we know that equals 7 days. So that's just any kind of tables like this, because then if I can figure out what the pattern is, if it's 1 week, what do I have to do to just 1 week to get to that number? That then can help me figure out for 2 weeks or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. And it just helps you go through things a little bit faster that way. So trying to set up a data table like this can be really helpful. And then when you're trying to figure out which equation it's going to be, one of the things that I haven't really talked about with any of the other videos, but you've been doing great with it. Just want to make sure I want to hit upon this too. When you are looking at an equation like 2 times 5 plus 6, because this came up, somebody else asked me this the other day. They said, well, can I do 5 plus 6 first? And my answer was no. Because remember, whenever you're doing any equation, when you're solving an expression, you always do parentheses first, then you do multiplication or division, then it's addition or subtraction. So if you have a problem that looks like this, 3 times 4, let's say plus 2, and let's say just minus, let's say 5 plus 1. It's kind of a big, long expression to have to solve. Let's say just equals m. Well, the first part of this whole thing I have to do is I have to do 5 plus 1 first. So 5 plus 1 is 6, because that's in parentheses. And then I'm going to come over here to do my multiplication second. So 3 times 4 is 12. Then I can do my plus 2. And then I do my subtraction. And I have to start from left to right, so I can't do like 2 minus 6 first. I have to do 12 plus 2 first, which then gets me to 14. Then I can minus my 6, and that all equals 8. So there's just something to think about and just remember as you're doing this. But so far it's been looking great. Number 2, solve for P. So again, you like for this one, this kind of goes back to that order of operations. Well, I have to do the multiplication first anyway, so I just have to remember do multiplication. Then I can be able to do my subtraction. But for this one, for just an example again on a problem like this, I have, let's say, I'm going to throw out just some different numbers. Let's say I do 5 plus 3, or 5 times 3 plus 6. I'm going to change that number. Plus m. Let's say equals 30. Well, first thing I have to figure out is, because I'm not going to do the plus part anyway, but I can't do the plus because there's an m there. Well, I know that 5 times 3 equals 15, and then 15 times 3 equals 15. 15 plus m equals 30. Oh, well, I know that 15 plus 15 equals 30. I can also think about it like 15 minus 15. 30 minus 15 equals m. Oh, and that would be 15 there, so m equals 15. So you can just use that to help you just your thinking on that also. And then number 3, it's another multi-step problem. Min baked 45 muffins. She kept 3 and put the rest in boxes of 6 to sell at a bake sale. How many boxes did she fill? Well, how many boxes did she fill is my last step question. I have to think, what's my first step though? What do I need to figure out? Well, I know she's going to split those muffins up into boxes, but I need to try to think. I wonder if I know how many muffins she's going to split into the boxes. So just think about what's your first step before you do that last step. And have fun solving.